Welcome back. As efforts to preserve indigenous languages continues to grow, Amakhoen Language Academy has launched an online Khoekhoegowab lesson aimed at helping people learn to read, write and speak the language with confidence. Now, the program also places emphasis on culture and heritage, creating a space for people of all ages to reconnect with their roots. Joining us tonight is the founder of Amakhoen Language Academy, Job Haimbondi, to tell us more about this initiative and its impact. Job, good evening and thank you so much for joining us here on the Daily Roundup.
Good evening, Nina. Thank you so much for having me on Daily Roundup.
Well, just to start with, give us a little bit of a background on the Amakhoen Language Academy and, of course, why you decided to, introduce online Khoekhoegowab lessons.
2025, I started creating content on TikTok in my vernacular language, which is of course Khoekhoegowab, and it started to draw attention to a lot of people across the country, as well as those that are Namibians who are also across the globe as well. So people started to like, or rather to say to love, how confidently speak Khoekhoegowab and how express in Khoekhoegowab proudly. So people started say I sort of have a vibe of as I went to a Harvard level of college where they teach Khoekhoegowab. So those are the comments I was receiving from the audience. And it came to a point where a lot of DMs, people requesting that they would also like to learn the language. They would also like to speak fluently in their mother tongue. So I came to realize that there is a gap that needs to be filled. So I took time to reflect and also to sort of fill in that gap as a third year student. I'm doing my honors degree at International City of Management in Khoekhoegowab in English. So it's sort of just the flow. So after careful reflection and also guide from my previous high schools, from the lecturers here as well, I had to come on board and also just know what the audience wants to also sort of fill up the gap.
Talk to us about how accessible or easy, these lessons are for people who may, never have spoken or written Khoekhoegowab before.
Nina, the lessons, the contents are very friendly. They are quite accessible to anyone, even those who are complete beginners who doesn't have prior knowledge to work, and also to those who speak the language but would like to improve in such as fluency or also just to gain language literacy as well. So it is accessible to everyone, even to completers. And we are looking into areas such as, or rather, we are starting with the foundation of pronunciation, starting with the clicks, sentence construction, greetings, and these are different things we incorporate in our lessons, just to mention a few.
Well, it sounds lovely. I think a lot of my colleagues here at the NBC could do good with this, these Khoekhoegowab lessons, because we have so many, stories that come from indigenous communities, and we struggle with the pronunciation of some of these names. So something like this would be awesome. But also explain to me, Job, how or why rather you believe preserving the Khoekhoegowab language is so important for today's generation.
Nina, one thing we understand in today, or in this day and age, is that first thing we need to understand before I emphasize on how we are preserving that language and culture is deeply rooted. They are very they are deeply connected. They have a very strong relationship. So in our day and age, most people are slowly drifting away or losing the connection with the Indian languages, whereas this also results into losing their identity. The culture comes in. This is where the tradition comes. This is where our traditional behavior comes in. So preserving our indigenous language is very important. And there is a gap that to be filled, not only over but other, because you have so many things across the Africa.
Well, Job, we seem to be having some technical issues with hearing you clearly, so let's just round off our discussion. For interested individuals who'd like to register for these classes, these lessons, talk to us about how they can do that, and do you have plans to expand the program in the future?
Individuals who are there is a post quite viral now. Simply reach out to my number 81 341 and the application form is online. As reach out, I'll share the link and you so. And importantly, we are planning to expand program, come more accessible resources to have an institution or one focuses on preserve the languages. And also, just in conclusion, it is overwhelming and exciting at the time how people handle those that want to invest or to value their roots. Also, many people across the globe have shown interest from countries such as Canada, Sweden, Finland, South Africa, Botswana, and so forth. Very excited with these different individuals, different races across the globe.
Well, Job, you're doing a great job. All the best with your future endeavors. And thank you so much for joining us here on the Daily Roundup. And of course, to our viewers, we do apologize for that poor sound quality that was coming through there towards the end of the conversation. If you'd like to get the details for Job and the Amakhoen Language Academy, please do send us an email directly at the Daily Roundup at nbc.na. Daily Roundup at nbc.na, and we'll be sure to share his details with you. We'll be right back.